the William and Juice show.
It's just the William and Juice show.
I know. So I mean, while we wait for Matt and Jacob, let's go ahead and get into it. As our resident excuse me, I can't multitask. As a resident Big 12 guy, I feel like in honor of you, we should start with Texas Tech, Utah. Like
Yep.
you got. I feel like you should lead us off on that one, man. What do you feel like? What are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, obviously spent 18 and a half years of my life being a Utah fan, still cheer them on, even though now we're conference rivals,
Mm,
household rivals with my dad. I like Utah at home. Rice Eccles is the hardest place to play in the Big 12.
okay.
Plus, I think the line's at 2.5, 3.5, I think, right around there. I
Currently at
think they
three.
cover. It is 3.
Currently at three. Utah's favored by three.
Yeah, I think they cover that too. I think
Yeah.
the Devin Dampier transplant offense with the new OC, they've looked fine. I mean,
Mm,
they're slow team. Like I think
yeah.
against Wyoming, they didn't really take that commanding lead. When I think they won by like 30 until the end in the third and like into the fourth.
Yeah.
It was pretty close around half, but I think Tech has a lot to prove with their $25 million roster. It's only week 4, so there's still a lot to prove in terms of meshing, and especially Tech. They've been beating up on a lot of teams that are like just not good,
Yeah.
and winning by 50 against some lower FBS or FCS team just isn't the same as when you go against Kyle Whittingham's defense. And so I don't think the Baron Morton offense is just going to be able to do it there. So I like Utah by 3 at least. I think final score probably say 30 to 24.
Okay. See, this game is really exciting because it's hard to see a path for either team with a loss making the playoffs. This
Yeah.
like especially in the Big 12, like if this was like Tennessee, Georgia, and Tennessee lost to Georgia by 3, Tennessee, if they handle their business with the rest of the schedule, has a chance to still make the college football playoff because of their strength of schedule. You really can't say the same about Texas Tech here. And the matchup that really excites me here is, Texas Tech offensive line has been really good, really impressive to me all year. And then you have Utah's defensive line. Like that's going to be a good on good matchup, and that's going to be the matchup of the game to watch. And truthfully, I don't think there's one side or the other there that favors like is better than the other. I think it's a net neutral. So really,
Yeah.
when you factor all that in, it comes down to coaching, quarterback play, and then stadium. So for me, that favors Utah in that aspect.
Absolutely. I think all 3 of those tiers go to Utah.
Yeah, so like in that aspect, I'm in line with you that Utah wins, but I'm personally staying away from the spread in this one because I could see a complete backdoor cover here by Texas Tech or anything like that. Truthfully, in this game, I think there's going to be points. Honestly, I like the over in this one because if you look, Texas Tech currently they haven't played anybody. They're still first in the college football in points per game. Utah's 14th. Total yards per game, Texas Tech second. Pass yards per game, Texas Tech second. And then if you look at that, total yards for Utah also 15th, points per game 14th. So each team is, top 20 in some major categories for offense. I think we're going to see points in this game like an old school Big 12 game would be just points and a lot of fireworks. Just going to be an exciting one. This might be outside of the Auburn OU game since I'm an Auburn fan. This is probably the game I'm most excited, looking forward to. And I feel like game day fumbled by not going here low key.
I 100% agree. I mean, Big
Like,
Noon went, so they got
yeah.
the JV Big Saturday game, if
See,
you would.
we love Big Noon around here. Nothing against Big Noon, but like
Yeah,
nothing hits like college game day. We all know it.
yeah.
Like they should have went. Let's see. Next
I
one.
mean, speaking of wrap up the thoughts, I mean, I'm obviously a huge Big 12 guy.
Yeah.
We are in kind of a consensus. Iowa State, at least me and all my friends, we talk. Iowa State's a fluke. They're not making it to Arlington, play at Jerry's World. So I think what the Big 12 championship game is going to come down to is this weekend, Utah at Texas Tech, the winner of that versus the winner of Baylor and TCU. I think the winner of those 2 games
Okay.
will be playing each other because we both steer clear of each other pretty much throughout the rest of the season.
So you think there's a realistic chance where two Texas teams are both in the Big 12 title?
I think so. Pretty
So
high
Tech and
chance.
Baylor. Okay.
I think, yeah. And the thing is, I mean, they, for some reason, never protected that rivalry. So, I mean, Tech and Baylor, it's a heated rivalry. We played every year since the Eisenhower administration. It's the first year they haven't had the
Agree.
butt bowl, as we call it.
Yeah.
because that scorebook that says BUTT. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's us against Tech in the Arlington and Jerry's World come December.
Okay. Hey, we'll see. You heard it here first. Two Texas teams in the Big 12 title, Juve says, but we'll have to see about that one. All right. So next one I'm looking forward to, and a lot of people are as well. Michigan, Nebraska. Wow, this is not necessarily a ranked matchup because Michigan is ranked. They're currently 21st. Nebraska's unranked. But here's where it's interesting. Even though Nebraska's unranked, they're 2.5 point favorite, but they're still a dog on the money. No, excuse me. They're the dog. They're a plus 105 dog, and they're a 2.5 underdog at home, juice to them to cover. I'll start with this one.
Yeah.
Early on in the week, I leaned Michigan because I think Bryce Underwood's a freak athlete and his upside is through the roof, and that's still true. But just something about Nebraska at home and Matt Rule in year 3. And also, Dylan Raiola with Daniel Holgerson has been so much better this year, in my opinion. I think he has like 8 touchdowns to no picks, I
Yeah,
think.
he hasn't thrown a pick yet.
Yeah, Nebraska has one of the better pass defense in the nation, if I'm not mistaken. And last time we saw Bryce Underwood and that Michigan offense play against a strong pass defense in Oklahoma, that Michigan offense struggled immensely. And
Yeah.
I think we could see a similar recipe here for that because we're kind of learning more about these teams now with it being week 4. Like we're learning more about their strengths, their weaknesses, their tendencies and stuff they like to do and don't do. So I think this like style makes fights, and for this fight, I like Nebraska at home. I like the Matt Rule in year 3 effect is real. It's a real thing.
I mean, I think I'm with you. I like Nebraska at home as well. They have played. I don't think they played nearly as hard of a schedule as Michigan has, because Michigan does have that win or loss on the road against Oklahoma.
Yeah,
And
but
I
also
mean, like,
Oklahoma might just be really good.
yeah, and I mean
Like,
that's what we're gonna see this weekend when they play Auburn. Is
yeah,
material that guy is Oklahoma finally back to what they used to be in like the Baker and Murray and Hurts era.
yeah. Are they back in their bag?
And then yeah, I mean Bryce Underwood he's young. Nebraska's a tough place to play. I mean, they don't have
Mm-hmm.
anything to do but watch football out there. No shame to any Nebraska viewers, but
This is the
um
last place we're going to shame good football fans.
yeah, I mean like you said, what, 20 years of sellouts, so
Something like that.
yeah, the one thing that does concern me is Nebraska did struggle against Cincinnati. And Cincinnati, Brendan Sorsby is a
Mm-hmm.
good QB. I think Bryce Underwood's better though.
Yeah,
In
probably.
that game,
Well, I would agree that Bryce's upside is better and he's more athletic, but
yeah.
Sorsby's probably a better decision maker at this point because he's an older quarterback and he's been there and he's been in college football longer. So like upside Bryce, but like overall, I'd probably lean like the upside of Bryce, like I said. Then, what's up, Jacob?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Jacob.
So you can just catch us and keep up with us. We're talking about Michigan, Nebraska, real quick.
Oh yeah,
So if you got anything you want to add, real quick, go for it.
I don't. Did I see that? Is that who played? Did they play this weekend?
Michigan, Nebraska is the upcoming game.
Oh, upcoming games.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going over the upcoming games.
Upcoming games to start.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Uh, I think I'm not sure who has the edge in this one. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
I know Bryce Underwood has kind of been getting into his rhythm, but Nebraska. I mean, they have Dylan Raiola, but I'm not completely sold on him. I think he's a good QB, but not great.
Uh-huh.
I think Bryce Underwood has more potential, so we'll see how that game goes.
It hit.
Let's find top 25. What's the spread on that one?
Nebraska.
Michigan,
Yeah. Michigan 2.5.
or
2.5.
Yes.
I'd take Michigan in that one.
You like the Wolverines in that one?
Yeah.
So you like Michigan in the Bussin' Bowl, the Will Compton Taylor Lewan Bowl.
Yeah.
Did y'all listen to their most recent episode on Bussin' with the Boys? Them talking about it.
No.
If y'all haven't yet, like it was really funny hearing them. Just like obviously Will Compton went to Nebraska, Taylor Lewan went to Michigan. So it's a big thing they do, and it was pretty funny to listen to. So if y'all get a chance, y'all should go listen to that. But that was funny listening to them talk about it. But can I speed this one up? Because I know we're short on time tonight. I'm gonna go score wise. I'm gonna go Nebraska 24, Michigan 20. I think it's a close game, but I still lean Nebraska on that one at home.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm with you on that. I got Nebraska 21, Michigan 20.
Okay. So you got a close one too.
Yeah.
I think it'll be somewhere in that
You got
score range.
So, but you think Michigan wins though?
Mm-hmm. I do
Okay.
think that.
I think the under is pretty safe in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those old school Big Ten football games, where it's whoever can establish the line of scrimmage for first.
See, my only concern about the under in that one is we saw from what I saw, like at least I saw the Nebraska defense, like, and I doesn't kind of making a point against Nebraska here, but like I'm also trying to make conversation about the over under too. If I remember correctly, the Nebraska defense struggled in Cincinnati's run game, especially with the quarterback run game of Brendan Sorsby. And so when you have a guy like Bryce Underwood who can make things happen with his legs like he can, that leads to extending drives. And then obviously that leads to more points down the road, if you take care of the ball and keep it out of harm's way. So it's like there is a path for Michigan to put some points on the board as well as Nebraska with Dylan Raiola and those receivers they've gotten out of the portal and, the additions they've made in the offseason. So I guess that's my thing is that when I worry about the under, it's just like there could be a lot of points to stand. Like the total's like 47.5. That's not a low total by any means at all.
Mm-mm.
So,
I think Oklahoma's better defense than Nebraska.
I would agree.
I think so. That's why I'm pretty comfortable. Nebraska themselves, they saw in that Cincinnati game, they didn't put a whole lot of points up.
Yeah.
Michigan hasn't really put a whole lot of points up against a real competitive Power 4 team. So
yeah,
I think that's why I think my lock for this game would be the under.
Okay.
In terms compared to like spread and money line.
No, I got you. Well, pivoting to the next game where ironically I love the under in this one, Florida at Miami. Florida man under Napier, DJ Lagway. I don't want to rip into the guy too much in DJ Lagway, but last week, 5 picks against LSU, man. How, man? How? And the thing about DJ is the last 6 games of last year, he was playing well and Florida was winning. And then you just come into this season and he just looks like a shell of himself. Is it because he missed most of the off season with injuries? That's what I think. There's no reality right now where I would put any amount of money to Florida to cover this game. I just can't. I think that team has given up on Napier. I think it's over with. We saw last week against LSU how bad that offense looked. And getting to that point, I think the Florida defense is really legit, and there's a lot of NFL talent on that defense. And so that's why this one, I love the under. I don't see Florida being able to move the ball against Miami, and I think Miami's going to be they're going to score and they're going to win against them, but it's not going to be enough to make the overhit by themselves. I just don't think Florida's offense doing anything. I really don't. Just too much talent in Miami for Florida. Just too much.
Yeah, I think I second that. I think also an underrated thing was last year Lagway obviously he didn't get the starting job at the start of the season. Then he filled in and then it was Graham Mertz, right?
It was.
Yeah, then I think that's kind of like an underrated thing where Graham isn't in that locker room anymore.
Yeah.
He's third string on the Texans now, I believe.
Yeah, he's in the NFL, wherever he is.
Yeah, I thought last time I looked he was third string on the Texans. I think that was an underrated factor where DJ is kind of getting that man-to-man coaching. But and then I think the other thing too is this Florida team kind of strived at the end of the season with that mentality is we have something to prove.
Yeah.
Now they came into this season, we know Florida's going to be good.
Yeah.
And then they played great against Long Island, but a lot of teams can play good against Long Island.
It's Long Island. No disrespect, but
yeah. And then you played USF and got a reality check.
Yeah.
That, hey, we're not this team that we thought we were the entire offseason. And I think Napier's lost the locker room with that whole mentality of we built up that we were going to be good, and then you had a bad loss. Then you go on the road to LSU and you have your star quarterback who you're spending millions of dollars on in NIL. he throws 5 picks. He's
Yeah.
averaging 2 picks a game at this point. He's probably going to throw at least one against Miami because Miami's good defense. So
I think
I'm with you. I do not think Florida will score many points this game, but their defense is legit.
if you could here, like if you're the betting type, like most of us are here, if you can find Miami defensive touchdown, I don't hate that play. Like a pick six or a strip sack fumble for like a touchdown, I don't hate that because most times defensive touchdowns are like plus 750, plus 800. Like they're really good value. And what we saw from the Florida offense, I think that throwing a sprinkle down like 1 unit or 2 on that defensive touchdown is not a bad play whatsoever. But as far as that one goes, oh, sorry, go ahead, Jacob.
I was going to say Lagway. I saw he had 5 picks. I didn't get to watch much of the Florida LSU game, but that's just wild. That's wild.
You didn't miss much, dude. You didn't miss much.
It was. I heard it was a defensive struggle.
Yeah, it was like 21-10, I think. Correct me
if
I'm wrong.
Yeah,
something like that. And LSU obviously covered. It was like 7. The spread was similar to this week, I think, and the over under was like 51.5, I think. So like it under coasted easily. That was my favorite bet of the week, was the under in that one. And I feel the same way about Miami, Florida Saturday. Like I love that bet. Like I might lock that in right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love it. Let's see.
I know. I think Miami is gonna torch. This may be Billy Napier's last game, potentially.
See, the only thing about that was like we said this last year. And then they let him hang around, and he started winning games at the end of the year again. And he kept it semi-close with Georgia, if I'm remembering correctly, last year. And he just did enough for Florida to be like, all right, we'll give Billy Napier another chance. If anybody from Florida who makes this actual decisions is watching this somehow later or right now, do not get hoodwinked again with Billy Napier. Just don't. Like, I don't care how many games he wins at the end of the year. You got to get rid of the guy. It's proven he doesn't he's just not a good SEC coach. Now he was great when he was at, correct me if I'm wrong, Billy Napier was at Tulane, right?
No, Louisiana.
Thank you. Yeah. He was good at Louisiana. Don't get me wrong, but as a Florida, it's been a disaster. So
I mean, their next 2 games are going to be gauntlets too. They're home against Texas. They could win. That could be a win because Arch against that Florida defense.
I mean, that might be the most 2 disappointing quarterbacks in the SEC right there, in DJ and Arch.
But then they're at A&M, at Kyle Field, and then they got Mississippi State and then Georgia. So
is it at Mississippi State or is it in Gainesville?
No, it's in Gainesville.
Okay. Let's say just Mississippi State's not a great team by any means, but still Starkville's a hard place to play. It's not up there with the best environments in the nation, but it's still pretty tough. And
I don't see Napier getting fired. I think they give him a shot against Texas
and see what happens.
I could see him being fired after A&M because then they'd be 1-5 come middle season. So it's just not good enough for an SEC coach.
I know last year he got that excuse. I mean, QBs got injured. Were playing well.
Yeah.
Even through their losses, but if they keep playing like they have this year, he's going to be toast here soon. Very soon.
Well, let's say Florida does fire Napier, right? You got Arbuckle at Oklahoma, the OC. He's someone who I think should get an interview personally. You got Alex Golish, obviously, at USF. Lynn Schumann, the Georgia DC. Those feel like the 3 big names I've heard talk about. Is there anybody I'm missing? That could be a consideration for Florida?
Yeah, I think Golish will probably take that, in my opinion.
I mean, that feels like the next move up for him.
And I don't think John Summerall is going to be a candidate at Florida.
You don't think he'd leave Tulane?
I've heard he is going to go to Kentucky.
Really?
That's where he's locked into once.
If they fire Stoops?
Yeah, if they fire Stoops or Stoops retires.
Yeah, one of the 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's do some score predictions for that one then, and then we'll move on to the next game. I'll start with that one. I'm going to go – I like the under in that one, so it's got to be under the 51.5 total. I'm going to go Miami 28, Florida 13. I think it's going to be right there, close, barely under that number. I think it's going to be a close, to it's over under. I like the under, but I think 28-13 Miami. That's probably my score prediction for that one.
I mean, that still clears it by 10 points. I mean, that's two scores
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
I think personally for me, I'm gonna go. I think Florida's offense against this Miami defense. I think it's gonna be like. I think 30-13. I like that.
So we're in the similar boat, like
Yeah.
28-30 in that range.
I think 38, and I guess we'll go 38 or not 38, 28, 28-17
Okay.
would be my score prediction.
So that would still hit the under though.
I mean, all three of us had Miami covering, so
Covering and the under hitting. So we all pretty much agree on that one. All right. So the next one, and probably the Big Ten game of the week, Illinois at Indiana. And similar to the conversation we had earlier about the Big 12 game before Jacob came on of Texas Tech, Utah, this feels like the loser of this one, being in the second tier of those Big Ten teams, is out of the playoff. There's no path for them. So, like, this is a do or die game for either team because they're not in the, like, tier one of the Big Ten with Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon. They're just right below that with, like, the Illinois, Indianas, and, like, any other teams I'm missing around or blanking on that are in the Big Ten, like, that I can't think about. So this is a huge game. Like, it's a top 25 matchup. But go ahead, Juve. I see you want to
yeah.
say something.
I was gonna say I'm looking at the spread right now. 6.5 for Indiana is
And it's
absurd.
It's
like, did we
it's juiced to
transplant?
Illinois though.
Yeah,
Illinois look good. Illinois has looked good so far this year.
See,
that's why I think Illinois is gonna get. They're gonna cover that. Like, did we transplant some SEC atmosphere into Bloomington, Indiana? No, they do not have a football culture. I don't think their home field advantage for a 9 against a 19 seed warrants them as the 19 seed. 6.5.
I know that for a fact because Memorial Stadium, like they've had empty seats after the season they had last year. Like the fans aren't coming. I don't understand.
They're just not showing up.
Yeah, they're not showing up.
It's just a basketball school. Just happens to be good at football.
See, this one to me is like the quarterbacks in this game pretty much like cancel each other out. Like, listen to these stats. Fernando Mendoza, Illinois quarterback, 708 yards, 9 touchdowns, 0 picks. Luke Ottmeyer, 709 yards, 8 touchdowns, no picks. They have the same stat line. They're the same quarterback. They're like Mendoza's a little bit bigger, and if I had to lean which way or the other, who I think is the better quarterback, I lean Mendoza. I liked him when he was at Cal. I saw him play in person against Auburn that one year. I think he's a baller. He's 6'5", 225. I like Indiana in this one to get a big win at home and to keep, Indiana's playoff hopes alive. I don't know if they cover. That's a lot of points. It's a team I view about the same. So I probably lean Indiana to win, not to cover. I'm going to go give me Indiana 27 and give me Illinois 24. I think this is a close one. I do. What do you think, Jeffrey?
Yeah. I like that. I think that's a fair take. I think their quarterback play is pretty similar. I mean, the ESPN FPI prediction has IU at 63% chance to win this game. I just think that's a little generous. I mean, the only tough team they've played is Old Dominion, who how good do we really know they are? I mean, they did win at Virginia Tech, but Virginia Tech has.
Come on,
I think. Are you finished? Have you given your prediction yet?
I mean, my prediction, I like Indiana to win this. I think maybe I like the 20s. I think 28-24.
Okay, so we're kind of like in the
pretty
same.
Much the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to give my opinion on this. I think Indiana is slightly overrated so far this far into the year. Just kind of coasting off of last year. Mendoza's a good QB, don't get me wrong. But I think his stats right now are kind of indicative of the opponents they played. They played one of the worst FCS teams in Indiana State last week. and they played one of the worst FBS teams in Kennesaw State. Old Dominion, it's turned out to be a good opponent. Has starting to look like a good opponent this year. They may be one of the favorites in the Sun Belt, but they still struggled against them. On the other hand, Illinois, they blew out a Power 5 school in Duke, of course, and then they played Western Michigan and Western Illinois. But I think Illinois is a more well put together team at this current moment. So my prediction for this game, I'm going to go Illinois beats Indiana 35-24.
Wow. So you like Illinois kind of big.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I think we're all unanimous in Illinois is covering this 6.5. I think.
Yeah, I like them to cover at least whichever way it goes. Now, Illinois could definitely win. I'm not writing them off. I think it's a close game regardless, but I do lean Indiana for sure. But I'm going through the list of games this week, and I think there's a really interesting one that me and you, Juve, talked a little bit about before we went live. Arkansas at Memphis. I think this is a scary, scary spot for Arkansas because it's like a look ahead spot and a look behind spot. You got to think about it. Let me pull up Arkansas's schedule real quick if I could get this to work. Let me see. Arkansas.
They almost beat Ole Miss. They were hanging in that game.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh. If I did this to load, actually, what the heck? Okay, here we go. Bro. My phone's not working. But anyway, if I did this to pull up.
I got it here. They beat Alabama A&M week 1, 52-7. Then they beat Arkansas State in Little Rock 56-14. And then they lost to Ole Miss by 6 and 35-41.
Yeah, but like, thank you. And like, to kind of get to my point, this is a sandwich spot for them. It's a tough spot. They just played a close game on the road at Ole Miss. They go to Memphis this week, and next week, do y'all know where they're going to play?
Notre Dame comes to them.
They're going to Notre Dame. Well, actually, no, you're right. Notre Dame comes to them.
Yeah.
So it's like, while Notre Dame is 0-2 with losses to Miami and A&M, they're still both close losses. And while Notre Dame, I mean, they kind of have been, no? Like,
yeah. They've just been in two close games. They have a young QB, so there's
CJ Carr is still developing. Like they're 0-2 obviously against two top 25 teams. A very good team in Miami, proven to be a team in Texas A&M who seems like now could be a legit SEC contender. Like there's the potential there with how Marcel Reed's been playing as well. So it's like one thing about me is I'm never gonna write off Marcus Freeman. After last year, he taught me that. They lost to Northern Illinois, and they still made it to the national title game. That's significantly worse than losing to two good top 25 teams, and yet they still made the national title. So I'm not writing off Notre Dame in the slightest. So Arkansas is at a tough spot there, but between Ole Miss and Notre Dame and playing Memphis between that, that's a tough spot and a recipe for, I think, a cover for Memphis. And especially with their Memphis' head coach, he's still trying to get his name out there and prove like himself. He wants to win because he wants a bigger job. I feel like he wants to make that jump up like to a bigger program for sure. So I think him, even if they don't win, but keeping it close with Arkansas where they're on paper out talented would be huge for him getting at some other looks for some other P5 jobs.
Yeah. I mean, I think Memphis covers this. I think last year's Memphis teams definitely was better. And I think, honestly, I'd be fair to say last year's Memphis team would have won. I think Arkansas is going to win. I don't think they'll win with the cover.
Yeah.
I think Memphis definitely covers that 7.5 here.
Yeah, Arkansas wins, but, like, it's enough where it makes, the people of Fayetteville have a little bit of a heart attack. It's just a minor one. Nothing major, just a minor one.
I know Taylon Green has been playing insanely good.
He has been balling.
Through the first 3 weeks.
He has been balling.
He's kind of shown a side of his game that wasn't really present in previous years. He's kind of developed his arm talent a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
So he's been he may be a low key Heisman contender if he keeps it up.
Like a guy that no one's really kind of talking about, kind of going under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it worries me a little bit for them, not because Arkansas is like, I don't think they're terrible by any means. I think it's just like a really bad spot like in between there of like, oh man, if they don't like go in there with like the right mindset, could be tough for them. Like they got to be careful here.
I mean, if they drop this game, then drop Notre Dame,
You think Pittman's
is
got to be
Pittman
done,
fired?
right?
So
Yeah.
losing 3 in a row.
Let's say is Pittman out? Like, is that it? Like, it's definitely a fair assessment or like argument to be made for that.
I mean, if he doesn't make a bowl game this year, he's definitely gone. So
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a big reason we've seen a step up in Taylor Green's play is the hiring of Bobby Petrino at OC. Like, I feel like that hasn't been talked about very much. Like, he's been at a lot of places. Like, if you look, he was at trying to see somewhere. There's somewhere specific. Regardless, he's been an awesome OC for them, and I feel like that's part of the reason Taylor Green has taken that next step up as a processor and as a passer. In my opinion, he's always been a good athlete, but now it's like he has the raw athleticism to go with the intangibles of passing. It seems like from the little bit I've seen of him this year, I haven't watched a whole lot of Arkansas this year, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But so let's do some score predictions, and then we'll go to the next one because I know we got about 14 minutes left for this stream.
I guess for Memphis or Arkansas, I guess give me Arkansas 38, Memphis 28.
Okay. Joof, what you got?
I'm thinking high scoring. I think I got Arkansas 42, Memphis 35.
Okay.
Still
like
covering, but
yeah, covering by the
I think
hook.
Arkansas is the better team.
I think Arkansas is definitely the better team, and they're gonna win. But like, this could be one of those where like this final score is like 42-35. You alluded, but it's much closer than that. Than like if you just check the box score after the game, unless you watch, you'd be like, "Ooh, that was scary for their Arkansas at times." But I do think there's going to be a little bit more points in this one. This one has a higher total at 60.5, and I lean the over on that one, by the way. I think I'm going to go – I like Arkansas 42, Memphis 38. I think that's going to be the score right there for that one, and it's going to cruise on the over. And Arkansas – or Memphis is going to cover on that one at the 7.5. Now, this one, I'm going to let you lead off on this one, Joof, as our resident Texas guy. SMU, TCU. You know these teams probably better than anybody, on this podcast right now. So just go ahead and start us off with that one.
So yeah, I mean, obviously this is the last year for the foreseeable future of the Iron Skillet, battle for the Iron Skillet, which is basically, I mean, what you got TCU out of Fort Worth, SMU out of Dallas. This is basically a home game for each team. These cities are 30 minutes apart.
Incredible name, by the way. Didn't know it was called that.
Yeah, that is a sick name. It's sad it's going away for a little bit, but I think it'll be back eventually.
For sure.
But I like SMU on the road here. Previous episode said, I'm a big Kevin Jennings guy. I think TCU has kind of inflated in how much they're liked by both Vegas and a lot of sports reporting because they beat down on UNC. Which obviously it kind of just showed after that first half that UNC was just simply not ready for that game. Sonny Dykes is a good coach. I'll give him his flowers for that. But
Hoover?
I think Josh Hoover's good. I think Jennings is better though.
So I'm assuming you're going to, not to cut you off, you're going Kevin Jennings anytime touchdown, I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely. I think the lock of the game is Romello Brenson touchdown. He's Jennings, wide receiver 1. He had a lot of targets during that Baylor game. And, I mean, I think TCU has a better defense than Baylor does. But obviously Baylor got here. I think SMU's defense fell apart that second half. The second they faced Sawyer's quarterback play. I don't think Hoover has that same level of that whole I'm going to control this entire game the second I'm on the field.
No.
So that's why I like SMU in a shootout here. I think the over is definitely going to hit. I think it's going to be my score prediction. I like SMU probably 49 to TCU 45.
Okay, it's high scoring and close one. Yeah, I'm going to piggyback what off all you said. And also, I do think Sawyer Robertson is better than Josh Hoover. But I want to talk about Sawyer Robinson in a second here, but I'm not going to pivot off that until we get done with this game. I do think Josh Hoover can do some of the same things that we saw Sawyer Robertson have success in SMU defense with. And I think that's going to lend me to go more lean towards the over because I trust Kevin Jennings. I trust his weapons. I trust Rhett Lashley as an offensive play caller. I trust TCU's offense. And I don't really trust either team's defense that much. So I feel like this is a recipe for points. Like with most Big 12 games this year, you can almost kind of close your eyes. I feel like you can just be like, all right, give me the over. And more times than not, it feels like that's a smart play to do, and you probably will be right more times than not. So kind of piggyback off you a little bit. I love the over in this one. I think I'm going to go – what's the number on this one? 7.5? Is that right?
Yeah, that's a TCU 6.5. That's what I got at ESPN.
Okay, I'm just looking on Bleacher Reports right now, to be honest. They have TCU at -7, leaning, juice to TCU covering that number. I think this being at home is a big deal for TCU. I know it's pretty much like not that far from each other. I get that. I do.
SMU does not have much fan base, but I don't think AMG Carter is a great stadium in terms of an atmosphere.
Yeah, well, I mean, for this one, it might be, though. In-state game. Might be for this one, but.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, for this one, I think I'm going to go TCU 45. I'm going to go SMU 41. I think it's close, but a lot of points. I think the over is like one of my favorite play for this game by far. I think there's going to be points. It's going to be a shootout, fireworks. Jacob, did you give your prediction or?
I guess I'll go. I'm going to take SMU in this game, 45 to 41. I think it's going to be a close game either way.
Yeah, Juve, I got to be honest. Like, as Kevin Jennings' biggest fan, I'm surprised you didn't ride with SMU here.
No, I did.
You picked him to win?
Yeah, I like SMU winning this.
Oh, I thought you said TCU. I thought you said TCU winning this.
No, I got the Southern Methodist Mustangs winning this.
Okay. You got the Pony Express. I respect it.
Hey, they're getting rid of that. Rhett Lashley said no more.
None? Why?
Yeah, he I don't know if you saw his press conference, but he basically went on a rant saying that we can't be having this 2 mascot crisis. He's like, Pony Up should be phased out. It's Go Mustangs.
We're taking a T. I feel like that's a shot at his former employer. Don't forget where he was the OC for a while there. Oh, wrong side. Taking a shot at your old employer. What are we doing here, dude? Rhett Lashley.
I'll send you the press conference after this, but
yeah, send it to me after this. All right, Rhett Lashley. What are we doing here, man? I thought we were on good terms here, like Auburn and Rhett Lashley. I don't appreciate the 2 mascot dissing here, man. By the way, we have 1 mascot, 11-time national champion. By the way, moving on. But let's see if there's any other games that stick out. Oh, I want to talk about this one before we get off in a second here. Syracuse Clemson. And Juve, I'm going to steal your joke here. I'm going to preface this. He said this first. If Syracuse loses, do they run suicides? Does Fran Brown make them run suicides after, Jacob? What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. You saw that though, right, Jacob?
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
Okay.
After they lost to who was the? Oh yeah,
no, they won.
They won. almost lost to UConn.
Yeah. And then, like, what's hilarious about it, and I didn't know this, Travis told me this on the last time we went live, they lost practice time because of that. They legit, like, couldn't practice because they did that crap.
Oh, my gosh.
That's hilarious, bro. And, like, I low-key kind of like Fran Brown. Like, I think he's a cool coach. I think he's a cool dude. Like, that's just hilarious to me. Like, yeah, we're going to run suicides, and also we're going to lose practice time because of it, guys. Way to go, Fran Brown. That's so funny to me. But they played. Huh?
I will know. I was going to say Steve Angeli currently leads the nation in passing yards.
He's him.
Yeah.
He's him. Nobody talks about Steve Angeli.
I'm a big Steve Angeli truther.
Warriors taking that title back this week. Put it in stone.
You got to write it. Hey, you got to set it up, man. Wait, hold up. We're missing.
We play ASU this week,
bro. All right, we got 5 minutes here. We got to talk. We haven't talked about it yet. Auburn OU. We haven't talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
we didn't talk about Auburn, Oklahoma. I feel like as the resident Auburn guy right here with Travis, not on, I got to lead off of this one. Look, there's been so much toxic interactions this week between Auburn and Oklahoma fans. It's been bad. Like, I didn't even know Oklahoma fans were like that. Like, to me now, they're in that like range of like Alabama and Georgia fans when it comes to toxicity. But I will say this: I do respect it though. I do respect it because if you're going to talk trash, there is a line you don't cross, but they didn't cross it. Well, a few of them did, but like not most of them did. It was fun trash talk this week, like messing with the other accounts and like interacting with them and getting like messing with that fan base. Like it's always fun to talk crap leading up to the week of the game. Same as me and you did, dude. Me and you talked crap for like a good 5 months leading up to that Auburn Baylor game. It was like a long time.
So I had to hear it that whole night too.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Whenever that game hit 0-0-0, I grabbed my phone so fast, bro. But anyway, whatever. That's water under the bridge. We'll move on past that. So this one, Oklahoma opens as a 7-point favorite. Over under is 46.5. A little bit juice to the over. Auburn's a plus $215 on the money line if you want to bet them. Just saying. And let's see. Yes, so I'll start with this one. Something I've seen in this game as a breakdown is, Auburn's passing game isn't what it needs to be to go and win on the road. Okay, that could be true, but how do we know that? It's more of people always want to associate a question mark the team has with a weakness when that's not necessarily true. We don't know if Auburn's passing game is good or not because when we played Baylor, they could not stop the run and they never adjusted. So when you're averaging 6.7 yards per carry, why would you change that? When Jackson Arnold's getting his way in the run game, when Damari Alston's getting his way in the run game, when Jeremiah Cobb's doing his thing in the run game, why change it? And then after that, we played two, no offense, cupcake teams in Ball State and South Alabama, where we didn't show much offensively as far as the pass game goes. And so this year, Oklahoma hasn't seen a wide receiver core up this far into the season like they will the one that Auburn has. And they may not see one like this all year. You got Eric Singleton. You got Cam Coleman, Horatio Fields, Malcolm Simmons, Perry Thompson. You got guys on the outside that are weapons and playmakers on the outside. And a lot of those times when you're worried about your passing game, you just tell them, hey, run a go, run a post. And you simply just say, my receiver is better than your DB, whoever you have out there. And when you have the two alphas like you do, wide receiver ones and Eric Singleton and Cam Coleman, you can do those. You're afforded to do those things. Because Eric Singleton's not a bigger receiver, but Cam Coleman is. And Eric Singleton's more of a yak guy with the ball in his hands, and Cam Coleman's more of a possession wide receiver. So that's the key to the game to me right there. Actually, that's not the key to the game, but that's a big part of it right there is how does Auburn's passing game look? How does Jackson Arnold look going back to Norman, the place where he started his college career, where he struggled? And truthfully, name me a college quarterback that would survive in Oklahoma's offense last year. The offensive line was horrible. Their wide receiver room was hurt all year. Couldn't get anything going because they're always injured. I remember when Oklahoma played Auburn last year in Auburn, their top 5 receiving leaders were all out. All of them were out. Like, seriously, name me a quarterback that could survive that.
Kevin Jennings.
Okay. Get this guy out of here. I'm just kidding. But, like, seriously, though, Oklahoma fans want to go, oh, Jackson Arnold stinks. He's no good. He's terrible. He was bad for us last year. There's very little quarterbacks last year that could survive in that Oklahoma offense what they were. But now, credit to them, they've killed it in the portal. They went and got John Mateer. They went and got Arbuckle. They went and got Jaden Ott. They went and got some offensive linemen out of the portal. That was very necessary for that offensive line. So the OU offense is much better. It is. And point being, though, is like they haven't seen a wide receiver in like they're going to see this Saturday. And I guess leading into all this, Oklahoma fans think Auburn has no chance going into this, and that's how I love it. That's how I love it. I want, and every media source I've seen that has broke down this game has said OU big and OU covers easily. I love it. Keep it that way. I want them to pick against us because usually when everybody's on one side, that's when the public loses. That's always what happens more times than not. And I hate to say it, like it's going to be a good game, but with the biggest thing in this game is John Mateer versus the Auburn secondary. Auburn secondary has been the weakness of this team so far up to this point. How many yards did Robertson throw on us? What was like 440, 445 on us?
450, I think.
Yeah, but Robinson also is a stud. So is John Mateer, though, to be fair. But Robinson may be a better passer. I think Mateer may be a better overall quarterback with his legs mixed in, but Robinson's probably a better pure passer.
Robertson didn't scramble at all. He has that in him.
No.
I don't know why. I don't know why Aranda wasn't having him running at all.
Yeah.
But I completely, not to interrupt, but I agree. I think if Auburn secondary can get an interception or a fumble with Mateer, Mateer has already thrown 3 picks.
I'm gonna say he's thrown a pick every single game he's played. Every
I
single
think it's
game
going to come down to that.
And if the Auburn defense can just get one turnover there and score off of it, that's the difference in what I believe is going to be a closer game. But I guess point being is, since I'm an Auburn fan, I can't give an unbiased score prediction to this one. I'm not going to give a score prediction to this one. I'm going to just see what happens. But to the Oklahoma fans writing Auburn off, I don't see why you're doing that quite yet. I think it's a little disrespectful. But hey, if Auburn gets blown out, come back and laugh at me. Come back and troll me in the chat and tell me how I'm stupid. I'm an idiot for picking Auburn to actually have a chance in this game. But Juve, I'm gonna pass it off to you now. I've rambled enough. You got the floor.
I completely agree. It's gonna come down if the Auburn secondary can get a takeaway.
And also just add real quick, Champ Anthony is questionable, one of our corners. So kind of a big deal.
Yeah, but so yeah, if they can get a turnover anywhere, whether on a fumble or a pick, obviously,
it'd be huge.
I mean, even a big 4th down stop, especially those are huge as an away team. In a probably what's going to be a sellout crowd, SEC,
it's gonna be electric.
Oklahoma. Norman's a good environment. I think Arnold is going to have to air the ball out. Obviously, we haven't really seen it. They're going to obviously be they've watched Auburn's film, of course. They know that he didn't really do much in terms of passing against Baylor. So I think Arnold's definitely they're going to be selling out the run. So it's going to come down to Arnold having to be able to pass and throw in those tight windows. But I think I'm with you, at least for Auburn to cover. I think that I've seen from everything I've seen, I agree. Oklahoma's completely written this game off.
Yeah.
Simply because Arnold stunk at Oklahoma last year. But like you said, it takes a special quarterback to be good when your entire team's hurt.
Yeah.
So I think I got my score prediction. I think I got OU 27, Auburn 24. I think it's going to come down to that last possession.
It will. I mean, it really will. And to kind of go into that, when Jackson Arnold has been asked to pass, it's looked pretty good. It's not been bad, I feel like. It's just the lack of reps is there, is not there. It's kind of just an unproven, a question mark. But Jacob,
I think that defense has to play the same level they played against us, Baylor. They're going to play at least at that level or better to shut down this Oklahoma offense. Because I think Baylor has better offense, I think, in terms of our receiving core and Sawyer. Because we take a bunch of Texas State receivers and they put up yards and yards. I think, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Auburn won this. They should not be written off. And I think 7.5 is pretty disrespectful, and I bet the team is probably finding that disrespectful too.
Oh, yeah, and I thought a lot of these kids too, they're from the South. They know OU. Oklahoma's still in that region of the South, and some of these kids might be from that area and might be like, hey, let's go get a win at a place where they may have not recruited me. Could be a little extra motivation. I don't know. We'll see. Jacob, what you got for this one? Auburn OU.
I think it's going to be a close game either way. My score prediction is 28-17 Oklahoma. It's going to be 21-17 right there at the end, and then John Mateer gets a good passing touchdown towards the end of the game. So it just comes down. Although one thing that might trip up Oklahoma, John Mateer's kind of been turnover prone so far this season. He's thrown 3 picks to 5 touchdowns, so that may be a factor. I just think it'll be low scoring. It'll kind of be a defensive battle most of the way for two teams that have kind of relied on offense so far this year, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be closer.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is y'all like the media. No one picked Auburn to win. All right, moving past that. Let's see. I know Juice, you got it off in a second here. Let me check to see if there's any more games that
Baylor
we need.
ASU.
Did
You
you all
want
talk?
to? Hey, you want to go over that one?
I'll go over that one.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a sleeper for game of the week. You have two teams picked to both win the Big 12. Because the Big 12 coming in season was a six-headed horse between Baylor, ASU, Tech, Utah, K-State, Iowa State. I guess you could say TCU. So that's half the conference right there, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is why you have this game. It's at McLean. It's here in Waco. ASU is literally flying a fan plane out, apparently. I have some connections telling me inside sources on that.
Oh, Juice has sources.
Yeah, I work at the airport, and they're like, "Yeah, we got two charters coming in from Tempe, so they're bringing whatever they're bringing." But I do think that ASU is a one-trick team. It's Levitt to Tyson with a mediocre defense. That's their team. There's no Scattaboo as that. I'm going to run through a brick wall. I'm going to fight until I literally can't breathe mentality. They got outplayed the entire first half at Mississippi State, which Mississippi State's definitely a harder environment than McLean is 100%. But still, they look terrible. They have that in them where they look terrible. And then last play of the game, Kenning Dillingham just gets outcoached. I don't know if Jeff Levy's guy, him and his guys saw that. They blitz, and then they just leave a receiver one-on-one. Blake Shapen's a veteran quarterback. Blow him out. I think this is going to come down to the last play of the game, but I like Baylor 28, probably ASU 21. I think, or if not higher, probably actually Baylor 35, ASU 28.
See, dude, when I saw this spread of Baylor minus 2.5, one of my favorite plays of the week. I love Baylor this week. Love them, dude. Like, love it. Like, I think Sawyer Robinson's going to do his thing. That's obvious. And kind of like what you said about the Arizona State offense, still have Jordan Tyson, who's a really good wide receiver, might be the best wide receiver in the nation. It's at least debatable. And then as far as NFL draft, talk goes, he's been the wide receiver one in a lot of talks I've seen in mock drafts from what I've seen and heard. He's got Sam Levitt, who I think is a good quarterback. And I think with those things mixed of Sawyer Robinson, that Baylor offense, Sawyer Robinson being the, elite quarterback that we view him as and know he has been playing as these past few weeks. And you have the Arizona State offense that did lose Cam Scatterbo, which is, was the focal point of the offense last year. You still have Sam Levitt, your quarterback, Jordan Tyson, your leading wide receiver, along with other wideouts, and Kenny Dillingham, who is a good football mind. I think this leads to the over. Like, it's 60.5, and it's even juiced to the under a little bit. I still love the over in this one. Like, this wouldn't surprise me if one of those games where it's like Baylor has something like 52 points, ASU has like 45, and Baylor almost daggum hits the over by themselves. Like, that wouldn't shock me with this one. I could see this being like every possession, touchdown, 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 just boom, back and forth, like little defense being played in this one. But with Baylor minus 2.5, I love Baylor to cover. And then I love Baylor to cover. I like the over. Don't love it, like it. Love Baylor to cover, though. I think Baylor gets a big win this week.
And then I'll add one more thing. When we played Auburn week 1, obviously Aranda's defensive playbook was, hey, we're going to shut down their wide receivers. Cam Coleman, who's up there with Jordan Tyson in skill ability, he caught, one pass, I think, that whole game off 2 targets. They just didn't throw to him because he was always in double coverage. But
the one play he had was a big play, though. He had one big play. He did.
And he's a good receiver. I will say this, Jackie Marshall, who's probably our best NFL talent on defense. He's probably the only one besides maybe Keaton Thomas, who's one of our linebackers who is probably looking at the NFL. Yeah. He got hurt on the, I think, 6th defensive snap of the game. He is our big run stopper up front on our line. When he's in the game, Auburn went 3-and-out when he's out of the game, Auburn could run the ball all day. And now that that we posted our injury report today, he is completely healthy. Like he's not even listed as questionable. I really like that aspect because I think what Dave's going to do is going to do a similar offense. He's going to sell out to make sure they cannot pass to Jordan Tyson.
Yeah.
And even with that, ASU's receiving core is not that of Auburn. They don't have a good wide receiver 2 in Eric Singleton Jr., who arguably could be Auburn's wide receiver 1. They don't have that. It's a steep fall off. So it isn't even he's going to have to sell out with both safeties high. I don't know what he's going to do, but I think because of that, we're just as hurt as we were in that Auburn game, and we still played really good on offense, all things considered. I like us by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But like, I guess if I'm trying to look at, the path for an ASU win, it could be concerning the mobile threat that Sam Levitt is. You could see a similar recipe of how Jackson Arnold really, torched that Baylor defense on the ground using his legs and that's his athleticism. You can see the same from Sam Levitt, like kind of thinking from both sides how each team has a path for victory. If ASU were to win that game, that would be it. With Sam Levitt, really putting the team on his back and getting those hard yards on the ground. That could be something to look out for with Baylor's defense, especially, you got your DT coming back, but you said you're missing your top linebacker, is what you said?
No, he's here. Keaton Thomas is playing. We're missing our linebacker, one of our other linebackers, who's also pretty good. Okay. He was good in that Auburn game. Injury wise, we're decently healthy. A lot of guys who are questionable, but I still think they'll play, especially for this game.
Yeah, I still like you guys though, but I think Sam Levitt could have his way on the ground a little bit there. Made some plays with his legs. But Jacob, I'll send this one to you, then we'll probably wrap this up.
Okay, I guess I think Baylor is going to win this game. I texted you when I was watching that Baylor Auburn game. I was like, Sawyer Robertson, he looks like an NFL guy. He looks like
you did say that, actually, yeah.
And I think this is going to be one of those games where it's going to be one of those high-scoring Big 12 games. Pac-12 after dark's become Big 12 after dark. It's just going to be an exciting game to watch, regardless. Yeah. So I think Baylor beats that spread, but that 2-point spread. Arizona State, I mean, they've got something to prove, so it may be they could win, but I don't see it with how both teams have performed thus far this year. So give me Baylor on that one.
All right, nice. So did we do score predictions? Juice, did you do your score prediction?
I said I'm going 35-28.
Okay, Jacob, what you got?
Give me the same score as him, because that's what I was thinking too.
I'm gonna go just to be different. I still think high scoring. Still think a lot of points. I'm gonna go Baylor 45, Arizona State. I'll go 41. I'll go 41 here, but
Jacob, Purdue's gonna get fucking smoked. Have y'all talked about that game yet?
It'll be better than last year, at least.
Jacob, who does Purdue play?
Notre Dame.
Oh boy, I didn't even realize that. I looked at the game and Notre Dame's playing, and I didn't think about that.
I can tell you it'll at least be better than last year.
Yeah. Hey, Jacob. This isn't one shining recap, but you got hoops. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Notre Dame's gonna be pissed off. Like they're 0-2 and they got to run the table now.
Yeah. This might be.
They're 0-2 with a total score of 4 points.
Yeah.
The difference between them being 2-0 and 0-2.
Yeah, this might be love you, Jacob. Sorry, man, but this might be a rough one.
I mean, we did beat the spread against USC last week. So
hey,
I gave that out. That out on here.
Great teams cover. Jacob. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't expect us to win, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably reasonable. I'm sorry, but Travis coming on here and immediately just dunked on Jacob. That feels a little mean.
I don't know. I'm gonna jump in here and say something. It was the layup. I'm sorry.
That's the first thing you said, bro. Not even, hey boys, just Jacob. You know Notre Dame's going to sculpt you guys
for
this
that-
week.
For that, if Oklahoma blows out
Ugh.
Auburn, Travis is gonna
Hey,
get a text.
hey!
Hey,
I didn't
William
say
Luke, you're
anything.
absolved. I
Okay.
just said Travis.
Auburn is
Okay.
not gonna get blown out. I like that. Like it will be a close. It'll be a one possession game. Like
See, I didn't make a prediction when we talked about that one, just because I'm not going to. Like, I can't bring myself to do it, but those two did. They both picked OU, by the way.
you're not Kirk Herbstreit. Make a prediction.
Oh
Like,
my gosh, bro! I can't, dude.
No,
Actually,
you're not Kirk Herbstreit. You don't get to
'Cause,
abstain from predictions.
You know, if I do this, I'm gonna pick Auburn. I can't do that to myself. I just can't do it.
I'm not. Oklahoma 23, Auburn 20. Like
Oh man.
I have no shame in us going on the road and losing to a very good team.
All right. I'll make mine. I'm not gonna pick Auburn to win. I'm gonna try to be factual and be straight up with it. I'm gonna go Oklahoma 31. I'm gonna go Auburn 23. I'm gonna go Auburn 23. I'm gonna go 31-23. That's my score prediction. I think we lose.
So Oklahoma covers?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Can y'all hear him or no?
Yeah, he cut out.
Yeah. Say that again, Travis.
I think you're drinking that Josh Pate juice too much.
Dude, look, I don't agree with how Pate broke down the game, but I still think OU's better. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, if you listen to Pate's breakdown of the game, like Auburn's gonna lose by 100. Like,
yeah, it was pretty doom and gloom for Auburn. Like, he kind of dunked on us a little bit. Not gonna lie, I don't know if y'all watched Late
Look at all
Kick.
these green dots on Jackson Arnold. He's like, look at all these green dots on Jackson Arnold. They're all short. He can't throw down the field. Like, when has he had to throw down the field? Like,
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Actually, like he hasn't had to show him that. Like, I think he can though. Like, I think Auburn can still have a very good year, even if we lose to Oklahoma this week. Like, I think like an 8-win year is still like around on the realm of possibility if Auburn loses even this Saturday. I don't think it's impossible.
I thought about last night, and I'm not saying I think it's going to happen, but like if Auburn just comes out and wins these next 3 games, like we have a chance on October 12th to be the #1 team in the country. Not saying I think it's going to happen, but if they do,
buddy, I would be over the moon. I would come in here if we were like to win the next 3. I would come in here with a crown on my head, like a royal cape on, dude. No one could tell me anything. I would be like, listen, I want one of these again. I don't know if you can see that. That's a national championship poster. If you're looking right now, I want one of those more than anything in life. So if we're sitting there undefeated, probably a top 5 team in the nation, nobody would be able to tell me anything. I would have the biggest ego on the planet about Auburn football. The biggest. But anybody else got anything they want to add before we log off for the night?
did you guys give a shout out to West Virginia taking home the backyard brawl last week? And what a game!
Rich Rod finally completed his career.
We actually didn't, but I should have. Shout out Rich Rod. Shout out the Mountaineers. And I can't say that on here, but you know what I'm thinking.
Also, I had to give a mention. Like I sent it to you guys. Did you guys happen to? Well, you guys saw it because I sent it to you. But Villanova's play to cover at the end of the Penn State
yes,
that was insane.
Didn't you bet Villanova?
Yeah, I had Villanova plus 48. So they covered on that touchdown.
And they had that one-handed touchdown where the dude reached back like this, bro. It was crazy.
Not only that, but like they had a touchdown on the play before that got reviewed and waved off, and they made the wrong call. Like it was a catch, like he caught it around the defender's body and had like possession of it and had it pinned to the defender. And they reviewed it and didn't call it a touchdown. And then that last play of the game, like the quarterback scrambles back about 20 yards. then runs all the way back to the line of scrimmage, throws a heave to the back of the end zone, and this tight end just leaps up, makes the crazy. And by the way, that hit the over too. I didn't even know that.
Wait, did it really?
But-
Let me see if I can pull this up. Give me 1 second.
It was on Bad Beats.
I'm about to look it up. What was it again? It was
Villanova,
yeah, Villanova. Thank you.
last play. Penn State is trash. Get them out of the AP poll. They have no real wins.
Did you guys hear Chris Fowler's comment during whatever game I was watching late? He was like, yeah, and the football season will start for Penn State next week. They play. He's like, they're playing Villanova again this week. I was like, oh my god.
All right, here we go. Hold up. I got it.
It's funny
Can
you
y'all-
mentioned that.
Can y'all see this? The Villanova bad
I
beat.
Yeah, I can
Are you presenting it?
Yeah, I want
Okay.
people to see this.
Look around you. Everything you see is smoke and mirrors. I got 3 mortgages on this house. What do you want to know? I'm gambling again.
Just one of the
Look around.
craziest things.
Those
I've
are the
seen-
kinds of wins that keep you betting.
Oh yeah. Dude, I remember my first bet ever, Travis, was the Arkansas it was Arkansas money line. I think against Duke a couple years ago in March Madness because
Oh,
Coach
against Kansas when we were in Birmingham.
Kansas. Yes,
Yeah.
because Bill Self was out and I saw that in the morning and I was like, give me Arkansas. Like they're missing their coach. And Arkansas was getting their their doors blown off of them at halftime. And like it was like the largest comeback in Arkansas basketball history at halftime. They came back down from like 25 or whatever, and my money line hit of Arkansas. And then since then, I was hit. I was hooked. It was over. It was done. It was done. But I think that's all I got for tonight, boys. If y'all don't have anything else,
That's
I was
it.
go-
Good stream, though.
I was
Good
going to
stream.
shout out my dogs of the week.
okay, go ahead.
Book.
Haynes King, number 1. Diego Papia, number 2. Nick Minucci for Delaware, number 3.
The Joe Biden University.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
they
we
got
lost
their
Travis.
first FBS win this weekend.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
Wait,
We'll see y'all boys
That's all I
later.
got.
appreciate y'all, boys. Well, Travis just dipped on us, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to like get him to end the live. Where did he go? Oh, Juve
I-
just
I
dipped. He
just-
had to go. Let's see. Let me text Travis. There he is.
I'm very disappointed. I missed the dogs of the week.
Oh, I know, dude. Hey,
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
Jacob, just run it back. Give it to him again.
Number 1, Haynes King for Georgia Tech. Number 2, Diego Pavia for Vanderbilt. Number 3, Nick Minucci for Delaware.
The fighting
Delaware
Joe
Blue
Biden. The fighting Joe Bidens.
Dude, every pick I gave out like at the end last week, like
Hit.
my sleep, like they all hit. Purdue covered, West Virginia money line hit, New Mexico money line hit, Delaware money line hit.
You
Like,
might just be him, dude.
dude, all the sleeper picks I gave out at the end, they all hit. They went 4-0.
You might just be him, Travis. Hey, let's see if Juve had to get off, but let's see if our locker of the week real quick, and then we'll end the stream. Oh,
All right, hold
Tua.
on.
Tua, not like this. Tua threw a pick.
Oh shit.
Shoot, rip.
Dadgummit. Anyway, all right. Lots of the week. I got 2 I feel really, really good about. So I guess I'll start us off. Nebraska money line. Death, taxes, and year 3 under Matt Rule. Those things always happen. Give me a Nebraska money line. Love it. Love it, especially getting them as plus odds as the underdog. Florida, Miami, give me the under. Love the under. Love the under in that one. Y'all got y'all's ready? Y'all
Yeah,
still-
I
You
got
know
it.
what? Give me.
You ready, Jacob? Or you?
Yeah,
you
I'm
want me to
ready.
Go?
I guess I'll
All
go.
Go ahead.
My lock of the week. Give me Tennessee to beat the spread against UAB.
Disrespecting the Blazers?
Yeah.
Wow.
The spread's really low.
39.5 is really
Yeah.
low.
Yeah, for Tennessee's offense.
Hey, buddy, maybe you should respect the Blazers. All right, they're 2-1. Figure it out. I got to defend the Alabama teams outside of the
Hey,
University of Alabama when I can.
I like UAB, but Trent Dilfer is not it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, it's your pick. It's your
Yeah.
pick. I'm gonna stop.
We-
I'm gonna stop.
And we saw what Chris Brazil did to Georgia's secondary last week. So
Yeah, that was rough.
Hold
Take the
on.
over in receiving yards.
Hold on. Fashionably late.
Matt.
Look at this. Is this a basketball pod here? Yeah.
It feels like it,
It's
dude.
Did we already get through Purdue Notre Dame, or did we spend a whole segment on that yet here?
Dude, Matt, you missed it, bro. Travis joins and he goes, Jacob, how do you feel about Purdue's about to get skull drugged this week by Notre Dame? Very first thing that was said, bro.
It only opened at 21, I think, was the opening line. So,
It's at 25.5 now. I was just looking at it.
Also, Jacob, before Travis gives his, actually, you know what, Trav, we're doing best bets, by the way. If you want to, throw in some, if you got some. Trav, you can do your best bets. Matt, best bets, and then Jacob, being courteous, the courteous host I am. If you want to throw in your ETSU minute, I'll give you a minute to talk about ETSU.
All right. Locks of the week. I got 2, possibly. Yeah, fuck it. I got 3. Well, hold on. I scrolled too far. I lost the third one. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got it. All right. We're going 2 money lines.
Okay.
Lock them down. All right. Memphis money line against Arkansas. Arkansas is going on the road to play Memphis.
It's a sandwich spot.
Terrible sandwich spot. Memphis money line. Memphis is always a good team. So, shout out to Christian. Shout out to Sal. Memphis money line. And then I got another money line lock. Illinois money line. Sig is finally going to get shut up, and Indiana finally has to play a real team again in the regular season. And last time they did that, or the last 2 times they played a real team, it has not gone well for them. It won't go well for them against Illinois. I got Illinois money line, and then my spread lock. South Alabama -14 against Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina is, I don't know if anybody's probably not keeping up with Coastal Carolina football this year. I don't blame you if you're not, but they are
not since McCall.
Horrendous. They are garbage. South Alabama is going to beat the shit out of Coastal Carolina, take the 14 points easily. 3-0 right there. Feel great about those 3. There's the bets of the week.
Matt, you got yours?
Yeah, so for me this week, this is the last Iron Skillet game, TCU SMU. Yep. I have got that one should go over. Neither of those teams defend great, particularly SMU. Every game SMU's in is going to be pretty high scoring because defensively they're rough. They can score with anyone, so I got the over.
Love it.
TCU SMU. Last Iron Skillet game again for some time here. That's the very disappointing. Future.
Yeah, that sucks.
That should be a game they play every year, but be that as it may, here we are. I actually am going to disagree with our friend Travis here. I think that SIG is probably going to throw a parade because I think Indiana is probably going to beat Illinois. So I'm taking Indiana -2.5 right now to beat Illinois. I've not been particularly impressed with what Illinois has done. I know they played pretty well.
You said 2.5?
Yeah, it's 2.5.
It was 6.5. I thought last I looked.
So, I'm sorry. Yeah, so it opened at 2.5. I think then it's now 6. I think it's at 6 now.
It is.
But yeah, I think that that is a decent. I think like Indiana's better than Illinois. I don't think it's close, but I don't. I just don't think Illinois is like playing up to what their ranking is there. On top of that, I really like. I think people are writing off South Carolina like way too easily here. They are getting a ton of points at Missouri, who like they beat Kansas. Congratulations. But aside from that, there's, like Lenore Sellers is hurt. But the rest of that South Carolina team physically matches up really well with Missouri. So I'll take South Carolina's points there to cover against Missouri. So that should be a good one there. And then Utah's playing Texas Tech at home. That is a weird spot. That's the big noon game, I think.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
But that's like a 10 a.m. kickoff. That's like
Local
10 or
time,
9
yeah.
a.m. local
Yeah.
for Utah. So it's not the full like Rice Eccles experience. I don't really know who that's going to benefit more. Like if you're Texas Tech and you want to play a 10 a.m. road game, or if you're Utah and you got them on short rest. So I'm going to take Texas Tech plus the points here.
I mean, that's
At
going to
Utah.
benefit the road team just because,
Yeah.
like, all the students are still going to be fucking drunk from the night before and not even show up for the game. Like,
yeah, the tailgating experience and whatnot that goes into that. Yeah, I'm going to take Texas Tech plus points here at Utah. So that kickoff's weird. That timing's weird. And then a little bonus one, like, it's sad, but the state of affairs here, I think Oregon State, the Civil War is up to 35.5 now. It's not good. For those of you who like similarly what you're talking about Coastal, Oregon State looks really bad. So they just have not been able to recover from like Jonathan Smith leaving. And yeah, they're in a really rough place. So Oregon should probably pull no punches against a rival in that one. So
No.
well, Dan Lanning's also one of those coaches. Like he'll run it off on you.
yeah,
Like,
so
Yeah, he
like,
does not care.
He was pretty.
has anybody
tame
checked to
against
see if
Northwestern,
if anybody from Oregon State has disrespected
Yeah,
Oregon's
really,
program
yeah.
this week? Because like that's like because didn't Gundy like take a shot at Oregon going into that game and then
Yeah.
he just beat them
All
69 to
Gundy
3 or
said
whatever.
was like, Gundy was basically like, well, like they do have more resources than we do here, and like he was a little much about it. Like I don't think he was taking a shot at Lanning directly, but he was definitely trying to make a point or like set the groundwork for excuses to be made when they inevitably got crushed. And of course, Lanning with the brilliant answer of like, well, you had more resources than the FCS teams that you've been playing here. So and then promptly, yeah, Lanning was like, well, that's a fucking excuse and we're going to be by 65. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I just we all got our best bets of the weekend, huh?
Yeah, Matt last week decided to take shots at my best bet of West Virginia money line. So
I did.
I don't forget.
That was incorrect.
I don't forget.
I think the apology might be due to Travis.
Yeah.
You know what? It was a
don't
crazy
apologize
game.
to me. Apologize to Rich Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Look Rich Rod in the eyes and tell him you're sorry.
The game itself was crazy. And then on top of that, like, again, you can't defend Pitt because that was and of course West Virginia gave the one away like the year before, but indefensible by Pitt there. And credit West Virginia losing the best player the week before and coming back and avenging everything for Rich Rod there. That was good on them. But shocking from Pitt. I thought they would be better. I thought they were the better team. Thought they just had overall deeper, better roster, and whether that was the case or not, Rich Rod came through and certainly made me look like a fool. And it's funny, like I don't know how many like West Virginia Pitt fans you guys know, but like so
a lot of West Virginia fans, not a lot of Pitt fans.
The Pitt fans are basically like, well, you're not going to win another game the rest of the year. You guys are this, that, and everything. And the West Virginia fans are basically like, fine, good. That just makes you guys look worse. They're like, that makes the loss look worse. Good. Yeah. So, they're like, good, fine. We'll take it. We'll go 2-10 if it makes you look worse. Yeah.
So, every game the rest of the year.
Yeah. So really enjoying the brawl banter.
Yeah.
That's still going on.
Top tier shit talk.
Yeah.
All right, Jacob, before we wrap it up, I got to hear your ETSU minute. Go ahead. You got it. The floor is yours.
The state of the Bucks.
ETSU, they last weekend they had a rough weekend. They lost the game they should have won to West Georgia. The SoCon as a whole has looked rough to start the year, but they hopefully this weekend we bounce back against Elon. So I think West Georgia is a good team. ETSU still got some stuff to work out. So
All right, that's Jacob's ETSU talk of the week. I don't know if that was
Who
a
do you
minute or
guys
not,
play
but
this week?
Elon
Okay.
Mm,
Oh.
at home.
okay.
you think they win?
I think so. I think we can bounce. I think it's good. Being at home's going to help a lot too.
It's a big
After
game
having-
for Cody. He does not want to lose to Elon.
Yeah.
Can't get beat by the Phoenix. And Jacob, I just also have to get out of you here. What was your range of emotion like when you heard the news about Wofford suspending those guys,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
come to learn it's fake? What was? I mean, that's got to be the ultimate like roller coaster right there for just like, wow, Wofford's cooked, and then like never
I mean,
mind.
Wofford's cooked anyway because their coach got fired because the volleyball coach like snitched on him.
They might not have
The-
a season this year
yeah.
based off what Goodman said. Like, they said the whole team is considering entering the portal if they don't
Yeah.
reinstate the
Yeah.
coach. Like,
Yeah, wild stuff there. SoCon never sleeps.
Wofford burners deserve it.
I can't wait to start talking college hoops again. That's got to be like one of the whenever we get back on in the saddle for that. That's going to be a lead story.
Well, yeah.
What a
I have
wild
a
story.
feeling that if Oklahoma beats Auburn here, that it'll be sooner rather than later. But
Hey, you cut that talk out. I don't want to hear none of that.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Is this considered the Jackson Arnold Bowl, or like what's the thought here on that?
Yeah, I talked about it earlier. It definitely is the Jackson Arnold Bowl here for sure. Like, he's got a chance here to go into a good OU team, into their environment, and a place where he was written off, and such a terrible supporting cast with a horrible O-line, a horrible wide receiver room, to go in there and snatch their chain.
He didn't write back.
Yeah, he ain't wrote back yet. Hey, it ain't over yet. Jackson Arnold, give him a chance. Give him a chance. They're writing him off.
I just want to respond to Matt's accusation real quick, too, by the way. Like, we will be talking college basketball regardless of if Auburn wins every single game in football or not.
That's going to
I'm
happen.
not one of those guys, and the fact you try to paint me in that category, I feel quite disrespected.
Oh, I knew that would grind some gears there.
Oh, it grinded the gears, because I will be talking college basketball regardless of Auburn football outcome. Like,
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be a good fan of all the sports, for sure. But I mean, I still think we're gonna be good this year. Like, I don't know if we're gonna make a Final Four again, but like, we're still gonna be good.
we're gonna beat
Yeah,
Purdue.
that season last year was good. Yeah, that was a special one for sure.
Yeah,
We're gonna beat Purdue.
wouldn't be the first. Wouldn't be the first time.
I think Auburn will be a Sweet 16 team this year.
I would be more than okay with that.
I was about to
I mean,
say.
that's the scenario I was with Purdue last year. Like,
I was about to say if
No, you weren't.
yeah, I was.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
I was more than okay with just making the Sweet 16. Like,
No, you weren't.
I feel like if I went and dug hard enough in like our group chat and old messages, I could find Jacob being livid about something related to
Do we
that.
remember his messages at the end of that Houston game?
I mean, I was pissed at the end of the game, but I mean, that's where I expected us to be. I was.
Yeah. I
It's an
explicitly remember
emotional
a
game.
lot of like you wanting more after the game, but I could be wrong. But
I mean, that's
The
just
way that
the emotions
ended-
of watching a game.
the just how they lost one of the greater inbounds plays you'll ever see, and then of course they forget to run anything similar to that in the national championship game. But yeah, that I don't know. I don't know if there was a ton of satisfaction with how that ended, but
Matt,
Yeah.
one last. Will LSU be covering 39.5 against CLA?
Southeast
This
Louisiana. I mean, they didn't cover the one before. I mean, they did last week, but I've never seen this team play, so I have no idea. Like, if that's a possibility that they can score. They're probably not going to score points. So it depends, like, if the offense like snaps out of the like being terrible, then perhaps they can cover that because Southeast Louisiana is probably not going to score any points.
I'm
So
sad
it's a good baseline.
we're coming to the end of like giant spread season, and that's always like I love betting those. Like, I mean, we were just talking about Villanova, Penn State. Like, that's like early season college football. I'm betting those giant, like 50-point underdogs because it's like you can go through a whole game and like score 0 points and cover that number.
Yeah,
a lot
which
of
is
the
crazy.
time. Like,
I mean, and if you're someone like when I was very confident, I thought Michael Vick's Norfolk State was set to cover the 44.5 against Rutgers, but I was quite wrong. So very disappointing on that. Future Virginia Tech coach Michael Vick there.
did you guys cover the firings? By the way, was that?
We did not actually. We have not touched that yet.
It's I mean, I would say the Virginia Tech one's a bit of a bigger story because, like, UCLA, good luck getting anyone to want that job. That's like a minimum 3-year rebuild, probably.
I mean, we were
So-
just blasting him last week. We play in Los Angeles. We're there with USC.
He's like, yeah. Very excited. Very excited.
Have you guys seen the Virginia Tech Twitter like coaching like wish list? Like,
Who was
That's
on
pretty
it?
bad.
Message
yeah.
board geniuses account where they like the top. It's like the top 5 coaches in college football is their wish list.
like our Virginia, like I didn't realize Virginia Tech had that much of like a delusional fan base, but they're out there like.
What's wild is when I went to Virginia Tech, their fans are pretty delusional.
All right, Clark Lee.
Yeah.
He will definitely come here. Like,
I think we can get Shane Beamer to come home.
yeah, like, what?
It's like, no, I don't think so. You're Virginia Tech. Like, yeah, I think they'll have probably they'll have an easier time than UCLA, but they're not going to get any of those guys. Like Clark Lee, I think went to Vanderbilt, so I don't think.
Yeah,
is.
I think he's a Vanderbilt lifer.
So
Yeah,
like
he
he's
ain't
not
leaving.
Like,
Unless
and if
some
he
big
did leave,
job offer.
yeah, it would not be. It would be not for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, no way.
So yeah, and same with Shane Beamer. Like, I don't see that happening. There's no matter how much you love Virginia Tech, there's no basis for leaving South Carolina to go coach Virginia Tech.
My favorite part was that, like, of the list, like, Clark Lee was, like, their 5th choice. Like, oh, well, if we had to go to option 5, like, guy who
the guy who's got Vanderbilt ranked is definitely coming to you. That makes total sense.
I could see Bob Chesney at Virginia Tech from James Madison.
That's fair. I mean, there's still a lot of
being thrown around, like
UCLA. UCLA, it's going to be USC's defensive coordinator. Is who I think it's going to be.
Yeah, Golish. Like he mentioned too. Like Golish is going to have his pick of the litter of SEC jobs after this year, probably. But Virginia Tech, like,
well, and they're still going to like Florida's going to be open probably. Arkansas is probably going to be open. So those two alone, just carry way more weight. And then there's a ton of like that Florida job will be interesting, but yeah, I just don't see anyone like really wanting to take on that Virginia Tech job. I don't think.
What if Florida just brought Urban back?
That's probably my favorite outcome of the whole thing. Now that like Nick Saban's gone, he can be like, now I can rule the SEC again. And I'll tell you what, like the next biggest rivalry would be like Georgia speeding tickets versus Florida arrests. If Urban gets that job, they could go shot for shot with each other.
Convicts versus convicts.
Yeah, they could probably, because Urban really had it cooking when he was there. Obviously, he was, at the time during that, the best coach in college football. So he definitely had it going. But Yeah, so I would be very entertained by that. You know what? I'm just going to call for this now. I want Bobby Petrino back at Arkansas. I want Urban back at Florida, and I want Frank Beamer back at Virginia Tech. Why not? Let's have 80-year-old Frank Beamer back on the sidelines.
What about Gruden? Where's Gruden gonna go?
Arkansas.
Yeah, Gruden to Arkansas makes so much sense. And then like you'll have like Jerry Jones like having input in the Arkansas football operations because like I don't know how much he actually gives to Arkansas. Like he's not near like Walton money or anything.
Tyson.
But yeah.
That Tyson chicken, they brought the cow there, so
There's a name we're not talking about that if, the Hokies want a guy who has G5 and Power 5 experience, Brian Harson's not doing anything.
hey, no, he's OC at Cal.
He'll leave.
Yeah.
He'd leave. Yeah, if the Hokie fans are wanting a guy with P5 and G5 experience, go hit up the Potato Famine. Go see what he's doing.
I pray he gets another job and just embarrasses himself.
Just so I can hate watch.
Yeah, like if he gets another if he gets another job, I'll be tuned in.
On a real note, though, so we're talking about Ryan Silverfield, Memphis coach.
Just
Virginia
go.
Could be a guy.
Again.
Could be a
Memphis
guy.
is a decent gig. They're like on the. It's not worth holding out for if you're him, but like Memphis is also in like a weird space in the conference space of things. Like,
yeah,
I don't know
they're
where they're going to be. Like, they're not good
borderline.
enough to like move the needle for like a major conference, but at the same time, they're also like way too overqualified to be where they are right now.
I know they're doing renovations to the Liberty Bowl. Like they're trying to make the Liberty Bowl more modern.
I got two more names we can talk about before we hop off here, and I'll let Travis. Travis, you can say yours first.
I was about to say just real quick, like one of my favorite. It might have been Paid or Pardon My Take, or I can't remember where I heard it this week. I watched too many sports shows to remember where I hear all this stuff. But one of my favorite theories was that like Tim Beck from Coastal Carolina is on borrowed time, and when he gets fired, like the possibility that Tim Beck from Coastal Carolina could get fired, and then they could hire Tim Beck, Vanderbilt offensive coordinator, to replace him, and so you could theoretically have Tim Beck being replaced with Tim Beck. That'd be quite the outcome.
It's wild.
You're gonna have to sell that one to the fans.
There's two Tim Becks floating around in college football. I thought it was when Coastal first hired him. I thought it was the other one that was formerly at Toledo.
Well, because Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator at Vanderbilt right now, is the same Tim Beck that beat Auburn a couple years ago at New Mexico State.
That would be wild. They would need to like have like visual aids at the introductory press conference. Be like, just to be clear, this is not the same coach we just terminated. This is a different Tim Beck. He has a different middle name. Like we can sell this better. We'll be better on offense. Like he's done a great job there at Vanderbilt, though. Like,
you imagine the headlines just like Tim Beck replaces Tim Beck as Coastal Carolina head coach.
Tim Beck replaced by Tim Beck, but not himself.
I'm thinking about Tim Beckman, not Tim Beck.
Yeah, so that's it's a good theory, though. I'm a fan of that. I like it very much.
I gotta mention this too. And I know Will Luke had some names. Sorry to. This was just too hilarious for me. I gotta see what the final number ended up being. Okay. Here we go. Okay, not as bad as I thought it was, but like I guess he might have gotten some yards at the end, but like Devon Achane at one point in this game had like 5 catches for 9 yards. Like
awesome. Way to go, Devon Achane.
Keon Coleman, he sold for me. He's just like Jalen Waddle did all right for me. Like he had 14 points, Keon Coleman, though.
Did you start Jalen Waddle?
Yeah.
Wow. I did not think anybody was doing that.
I mean, he had 14.90 points, so it worked
No,
out.
hats off to you because, yeah, he had a good game, but I did not think a lot of people were getting nasty enough to start Jalen Waddle this week.
I mean,
So I guess
dude,
credit to you for it paying off.
You've seen my wide receiver room.
Oh, yeah.
It sucks.
Are you still starting Alec Iomanor this week?
No, he got moved off, but he's probably going to score more than Keon Coleman did. Like, if our trade would have went through earlier, mine and yours, I was going to play Wandell.
Yeah. I would still get him in there over Alec Iomanor.
Well, the thing is, like, those Jalen Waddle and Keon were my flex. My two wide receivers are T. Higgins and then Juwan Jennings right now.
Ooh, you made a big mistake, my friend. For
Why?
like piece of never play Thursday night guys in the flex.
Yeah.
Never.
Hand up.
That's if I give people one piece of fantasy advice ever, don't play Thursday night guys in the flex and put Monday night guys in the flex.
Yeah. Hand up. Accountability.
If someone's questionable, you might get screwed.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to win.
You said you had some coaches that you wanted to mention. I did distract you from that.
No, you're good. Let me bring that back up, actually. I kind of distracted myself, too, low-key, with the fantasy talk. I don't think we said this name yet, but what about Charles Huff, Southern Miss?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he already left Marshall's whole team last year after they just blew up Marshall's. Congrats on winning the Sun Belt. I'm fucking out of here.
Like, talking about wild stories, that's a wild story. Like,
they didn't even get to play their bowl game because they didn't have enough players.
Apparently, he had like beef with the administration. He just said, "Nope, I'm done. I'm taking the Southern Miss job." Like throughout the season,
and like this guy and his team, the Nets name I'm about to say hasn't started off super hot this year, but he's had a really good year before. Jamie Chadwell, Liberty.
I could see him at Virginia Tech.
Just some names to throw out just for conversation's sake. Like, hey, these are some guys.
I've always been high on Chadwell. Ever since the Coastal days.
They're 1-2 right now. They're struggling, but he has 12-0 under his belt. He has 8-4 under his belt. But this year so far, they've been struggling.
I think the Chadwell hype has kind of cooled down a bit. But the one that I would keep an eye on, Buster Faulkner from Georgia Tech. He's former Kirby assistant. He has done wonders with the Georgia Tech offense, and Haynes King, who looked like he could not play football at A&M, and now he's like one of the best quarterbacks in the country at Georgia Tech.
Hey, sometimes you just need a change of scenery, just like Jackson Arnold.
You would talk about some real fun shit. Who's replacing Kalen DeBoer at Bama?
Oh, I talked about it earlier, but there's a guy.
Greg McElroy says Nick Saban, so prepare for that.
I could see it. I could honestly see it. Like, I said that last year. Like, after they lost that Oklahoma game, I was like, if they lose to Auburn, they might just get Saban out of retirement. And they did not lose to Auburn. So, but if they followed up that Oklahoma game last year with a loss to Auburn, I think that I genuinely still think that if they did lose that game to Auburn last year, they might have just won and done DeBoer.
Like,
got him out after 1 year.
Yeah,
I'm saying if they lost to Auburn,
yeah,
Miss Terry would make him come back. Like, Nick, it's not working. Yeah, no, I would. That's my favorite outcome here is Nick Saban coming out of retirement. Nick Saban and Miss Terry back. That would be incredible.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I think he's done.
He's got that ESPN. But he's got that ESPN money.
He's happy.
Yeah, he's living the life, man. He's living that life.
Yeah, he's happy. So
gets to hang out with Pat McAfee.
Yeah,
he used to not like Pat. Now he loves Pat. It's funny.
Yeah, now they're good buds.
Well, he's been doing Pat's show for a couple years. Like,
well, he did it his last year at Bama. He had like a weekly appearance.
Pat has to he's got the he's managed to get like Bill Belichick and Nick and you can throw in Aaron Rodgers too, like three like very abrasive people that never did interviews or talked to anybody, and he managed to get all three of them to come on his show for weekly segments. Like that's
Well,
an impressive feat.
well, Pat's just a likable dude. Like he's probably like one of my favorite media members. Like, I love Pat. Like Pat's up there for me.
How do you guys feel about the wrestling promos at the end of game day, replacing the headgear pick?
Oh, don't love that. I didn't see that, but I don't love that.
Yeah, Pat's just been cutting like WWE promos at the end of game day, basically to replace the headgear pick. Like
I did like his I do like his attire he's wearing on game day.
I'm not a WWE guy, so that's not for me. So I personally don't love
I'm
that.
not either, but it's too predictable, I feel like. It's like, okay, like you're not going to go against the Tennessee crowd here when they're playing Georgia. Everyone knows this. Like,
well, he hates Georgia too because like he said a couple years ago he was eating at a restaurant in Athens when they were there for game day and they kicked him out of the restaurant and said he wasn't welcome there because he got David Pollock fired. So like ever since then he hates Georgia.
Well, daggone. Hey, I hate Georgia too, so I'm with you, Pat. I hate Georgia too.
I'm not a huge wrestling promo fan of that either, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's something, I guess it does the job for them, but
it doesn't bother me, but like if I had to pick, I would rather it not be a thing.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? You said Pat's your favorite media member, probably. Did everyone see I don't know who did it must have been Awful Announcing did the like most influential media member list.
Oh, like the
Doris Burke.
Yeah.
Doris Burke at like 5.
Hey, PFT made it.
Yeah.
No, PMT made it.
They put Bill Simmons at number 1, like ever. Like what? What are we talking about? And I like Simmons.
Yeah,
I like Simmons, but I'm like, what? Like,
I'm guessing they mean through like his media company started.
It would have to be through that.
I mean, if we're talking about that, I mean, Dave Portnoy did start Barstool. I think that's a little bigger than Bill Simmons, but like,
yeah, was Dave not on the list?
If he was, he was low.
Let's say I don't remember if he was on the list or not, but like, I kind of glanced on the list. I really didn't like read it much. I'll be honest.
No.
Like I saw PMT on there. I saw Pat on there. That's all I really remember. Ones that stuck out to me.
I remember Doris Burke was like number 5.
Yeah, it's insane, by the way. But yeah, she was on there.
Was Pate on the list? I didn't know if he.
Ooh, I don't remember if Pate was on the list. That's a good question, actually, Matt. I don't remember that one.
Pate's John Mateer Heisman pick is
looking pretty all right.
Yeah,
looking pretty good.
Bad.
His natty pitch not looking great, but neither's mine. Neither's mine though, so I can't. I have no room to talk.
Do you guys think Pate is getting like slightly oversaturated now?
In what way?
Like he is everywhere now on everything.
Well, he's on ESPN now. He's on Bussin' with the Boys, the locker room once a week, and he does his 2 show week thing. So I mean, like, he's in more places than he normally is. But like, truthfully, I couldn't tell you the last time I turned on my TV and went, "Yeah, I'm gonna go watch ESPN," other than like Good Morning Football or something like that. So it's like I really don't see Pate much on ESPN, just because I don't watch it very much. But I mean, I could see where you're coming from, but he's he's out there too much for, some people's liking, I guess.
I don't see Pate on TV. I just see him like on X and online. I don't think I've seen him on ESPN because they're already paying like Feinbaum, who knows how much. And then I did see today that Stephen A. Smith is going to be joining like Monday Night Countdown on ESPN, which I'm like, there is no one who has worked more at that company than him.
Yeah, that's something.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
Chuck.
like what are we doing?
He's like, they ain't gonna work me like a dog and not pay me.
Now Charles Barkley's on. Who was I fucking listening to talking? I think it was Russillo when he was on PMT a couple months ago. He was talking about if they'll have Stephen A. Smith on Inside the NBA, and he was like, Stephen A. would go on there and sit on Barkley's lap if they told him to.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I think I'm about ready to wrap this up if y'all are.
Yeah, we can call it a night. I got to go get cat food. So.
For Pearl.
Yeah. I forgot I was out of food, so I got to go get that done before Walmart closes because I'm leaving at like 4 a.m. tomorrow. So she needs supply for the weekend.
I say you're on the where are you going?
Oh,
WrestlePalooza, baby.
Let's go.
Indianapolis.
You're going to Indy?
Yeah.
Hey, is Pat gonna be there? Oh no, game day.
He is.
Oh, he is?
No,
Yeah.
He already said he's going to be at
Game day's at Miami this week.
Miami.
So, yeah.
Oh, catch a flight. I mean,
It's gonna be a
he
late
lives
flight.
in Indy. He lives in Indy, so it's
Yeah.
works
He's going
out.
to get done game day and go to Indy. So
Well, dude, I hope you meet Pat, man. That'd be sick.
I highly doubt that would happen, but I hope so too.
Hey, I'm
I
just
would
saying
be
one for
through
you.
the roof.
Would be incredible, no doubt.
All right, boys. You can wrap it up, Will Luke.
All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. Appreciate y'all joining for this little live stream. Know it was a little scuffed tonight. Know we had a lot going on. People doing different things. Shout out Juve for showing up for a little bit, as long as he could. He stayed on for a good bit. We got to hear about his Kevin Jennings takes, his Baylor takes. So y'all missed out as usual. You missed out with Juve talking about the way things he does. And
What was the craziest thing he said tonight?
Yeah. What was it?
Jacob, what do you think the craziest thing he said was tonight?
I did probably something about the SMU. Kevin Jennings.
Yeah, he picked Kevin Jennings to beat, or he picked SMU and Kevin Jennings to beat TCU outright.
I
I
mean,
don't think that's insane.
that wasn't insane. Like
On
I
the
would
Juve
say-
scale, it's not.
yeah, he didn't really say anything outrageous.
Not tonight,
Did we
really.
discuss Baylor, Arizona State?
We did, and he was pretty even kill. We all agree, we all thought Baylor's gonna win because Baylor's a 2.5 point favorite right now.
Yeah.
So
Neither defense can defend anything.
no, I like the over in that one too. I mean,
Yeah.
so honestly,
And
dude,
Levitt's been poor.
I wish I had some funny answer to give you about what Juve said. He really didn't say anything that crazy, which is out of character. Kind of worried about
Very
the guy.
out of character. Yeah.
Kind of worried about him. Might need to send him a
Well,
follow-up text.
Yeah. Baylor win will definitely set the wheels in motion here, I would say. But
Oh yeah, if we didn't stream Sunday or Monday night and he's on one,
Yeah.
that would be fantastic.
surprised that nothing more about Kevin Jennings, the greatest dual threat quarterback in college football history. But
He did say to bet him for the Heisman. Him and Sawyer Robinson. He said bet both. So he said that.
If you bet $5 on Kevin Jennings to win the Heisman, you will lose $5.
$5. All right, well, let's wrap it up here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate y'all joining and helping out with the stream tonight. And we'll see y'all for the next stream. We're aiming for Sunday or Monday. We'll figure it out and we'll tweet it out and we'll get that rolling once we figure out what we're gonna do. So I appreciate y'all joining tonight. And Trav, if you want to end it, we're good to go.
We'll be back.
Let's go.
Good night.